What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This particular episode is recorded on November 15, 2017. I know some of you may end up watching it, the next day, but it's recorded as of November 15th, 2017. Before I get into the actual news here, I do want to give a shout out to these two collectors that you see here, Jackson and Ethan. They both tagged me in a post on Instagram, and actually that's something that I'm going to change. I'm not going to do shout outs in that way anymore, and that partly is because of the Patreon that I have set up now. But these guys, they did get their shout outs in, and I definitely want to make sure that I acknowledge both of them. And I feel like anybody that's really into collecting, any adult that's into collecting, you should be happy to see young collectors, because that really shows that Funko can continue, hopefully be successful with it when you have young people that really want to grow up with collecting. So, I think that's a good sign in my opinion. And Jackson here, this is actually his first pop figure that you see there, that Flock Poe figure, which actually was in my collection for a while because I really am a fan of Kung Fu Panda. It just didn't quite fit in with the rest of my collection. It looked kind of crazy to have Poe surrounded by like Freddy Krueger and Jules from Pulp Fiction and everything like that. So that's why I didn't keep him in my collection, but still a pretty awesome pop figure. And you see Ethan there with that 6-inch Maleficent, which is one of the most amazing Disney pops to come out this year. So, both of these guys, regardless of how many pops you have, at this point, at the time of this recording, you're off to a good start from what I can see. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. So getting into what is available right now, at the time of this recording, all the figures you see here are available online, and of course I will put the links down in the description. So starting off here with the Dorbz figures, you see that they have Spider-Ham, then Gladiator Hulk without the helmet, and then also the classic Ant-Man. All these Dorbz here are Walgreens exclusives. Now if you can find them in the store, that's the way to really go with it. I think shipping with Walgreens is still somewhat questionable as far as getting a box that's not damaged. But if you can't find them in store, then yeah, like I said, the links are available. These are up online right now. And then Stan Lee with the futuristic glasses. This is one of his cameo pops, and that of course is him, the cameo that he had in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I'm not sure when the other pops are going to roll out, but this one, like I said, is available now. It's actually been off and on the website, so if you go to check it out and it's not there, don't give up on it, because like I said, he's been off and on the website, so seems like they're kind of staggering the release of it. Also here you see this this Dorbz ride of Han Solo on the TaunTaun, which the price on this I think is, I want to say it's like $35. And of course that's before shipping. You got to be a die-hard Star Wars fan in my opinion to go for that, but of course it's available, so I want to share it with you all because this is one that had disappeared for a while in terms of availability. Also here you see the Robin as Red X, the BAM exclusive, is available for pre-order. Okay, it is for a pre-order, so if you're interested in that, again, the link will be down in the description, and I really hope you all are finding these links helpful. Sometimes I've said this before, sometimes people will share placeholder links. That means that the link isn't active yet. I'm really not so concerned about that. When I share links, I really want them to be ready to go, basically, so you can go ahead and try to order the things that you really want. So that's why I really haven't been sharing placeholder links so much lately. Now some other figures that are showing up in stores, and these are available in some areas, are the Wave 2 of the Sailor Moon pop figures, and that does include Sailor Chibi Moon. And remember that there is a sort of like glitter version of Sailor Chibi Moon, which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive. Also the Gold Shinron, which is a Hot Topic exclusive, has started to show up. And then the Jumanji pops, and there's only 2 Jumanji pops at this point. You see they have the Rock's character and Jack Black's character. Really not sure about the other 2, what's going on with them, if they're going to actually make those other characters. Maybe they're trying to wait and see how this movie is going to perform, because I think projections right now aren't so solid, but you never can tell with Hollywood, so we'll see how that goes. And if I learn anything about more figures from Jumanji, of course I will share. And then some other figures that are starting to show up in more states, more places. The Star Wars Movie Moments pop figures, and I think these probably are going to end up being widely available. But yeah, they're definitely starting to spread across the country. Again, if they're not in your area, just be patient with that. Also, Hella, the Target exclusive. This is Hella without the full headdress and without the face makeup, or whatever it is that she had going on there. This one is starting to show up as well. This is one I think I would definitely like to have in my collection. I think it's a very cool looking pop figure, and I really did enjoy her character in the movie. Now, I do want to be clear, the last two figures here, these are not available yet, but they're on the way. They are on the way. Moon Knight and Spider-Girl there. I just want to share these better images of them, because these are images of the pop figures out of the box. Even though Moon Knight isn't super detailed, I still think that's a pretty awesome looking pop figure, and it's very clearly him. You can't mistake him for anybody else. And I think Spider-Girl looks pretty cool outside of the box there as well. So I can see adding both of those to my collection as soon as I can actually find them. And of course, I will let you all know once they start to hit shelves. So on the Funko shop right now, they do have this Skeletor pink and black mini Hikari 2-pack. I shared the other two packs previously. There are some different color variants. This one is limited to 1,000 pieces. It seemed like each 2-pack had a different limitation to it, or availability to it, however many pieces were made. But this one I think is the rarest, and maybe that's why the price is where it's at. I think it's $30, which I know is higher than the other ones, because I actually pre-ordered the other ones with Entertainment Earth, and I think they were like 20 bucks each. So yeah, this one is $30, and that's before shipping. So if you feel that's justified, definitely go for it. Like I said, it is available right now on the Funko shop. This is something I really want to hear your opinions on. Some collectors are not happy because they ordered the Krampus, the FYE exclusive Krampus, and when they got the figure, it didn't look like the glam does. Now, this is something that happens sometimes. The glam, or the promotional image, is not always going to match up exactly with the final product. But you just let me know, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is too far off from what it should have looked like? Or the main thing that I noticed that's different about it is it doesn't have as much of that blue tint within the fur. It's pretty much just white fur predominantly there. So I mean, it doesn't look quite as cool as the glam, in my opinion. I still think it's a cool looking figure. I think some people are kind of frustrated too, because with that straight up white fur, it almost looks like the Hot Topic Chase figure, but it's just not flocked. And for somebody that has the Chase, I can see that maybe being a little bit annoying, but that there's not enough difference there. But yeah, I want to hear your feedback. What do you think about this, and do you feel like the promotional images always should match up exactly as closely as possible with the final product? I do think that's ideal. I don't know if it's always possible, especially when licensing comes into play. I think that's why Pennywise from the recent movie of It, the recent version of It, got changed around some. I think licensing does play a role there. But yeah, let me hear your opinions in the comments. So the gold R2-D2, which of course is a Hot Topic exclusive, seems like it was marketed like this was going to be like a Black Friday thing, but it's coming out mighty early. This will actually be available online Tuesday night, November 21st. So if you're a big Star Wars fan and you really want to get this, go ahead and mark your calendar for that. I don't know the exact time. I mean, I could assume that it probably would be like 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would make it midnight East Coast time. That's the way that they usually do it. I don't know for sure that it's going to be that way this time. So I would just say be ready that night and keep checking, if you're really interested in this figure. And this will be available in store on Thanksgiving. And there was kind of a hint drop during Hot Topics Periscope that there may be some sort of promo offer that goes along with this figure. So of course, if I learn anything about that, I will share. Lobo, the PX Previews exclusive, very awesome figure. I just wanted to give a quick update on this figure, and also let you see what the what he looks like in the box and everything. So do remember that both the Lobo that isn't blood splattered and the one that is blood splattered, these are both releasing the same time. They're both PX Previews exclusives, and they do release next month in December. I'm really looking forward to them. I could see getting both versions of it. I think it's very cool that, you know, you can choose which one you like the most, and they're both, you know, they should be available in comic shops mainly. So like I always tell collectors, especially if you're new to collecting, check your local comic shops, get familiar with them, because they can carry PX Previews exclusives, and you never know what else you might find there as well. As a matter of fact, my local comic shop is Power Comics, and I plan on doing a video based on that shop again very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Moving along here with something else I think is pretty cool, and when I first saw this, it took me a moment to process even what I was seeing, and then I'm like, okay, so this is a mix of you know, the Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera characters, but of course they fall up under Warner Brothers regardless. But yeah, this is very cool. You know, a lot of classic characters here, and the designs look phenomenal to me. I mean, just look at Tom and Jerry. You know, the way that Tom looks, that angry look on his face, and you really could line him up where he looks like he's mad at Jerry. I just think that looks phenomenal. All the characters really look great to me, and you see that there are some store exclusives as well here. So Walgreens, that's where I gotta go, because they have Wile E. Coyote, which is one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite Looney Tune character altogether. And then of course they have the Roadrunner as well, sticking out his tongue there. And then they have Pepe Le Pew as well. So yeah, I really want to go for the Walgreens ones. Then you see that Toys R Us, they have the Jetsons characters there, and they got Yosemite Sam. Yosemite Sam is cool as well. And then with Target, I think some people will be on the lookout for these. They have Sylvester and Tweety, and then also Speedy Gonzalez. And I do like Speedy Gonzalez holding on to that cheese there as well. So yeah, you got to kind of move around to get the exclusives. But like I said, in my opinion, I think these look phenomenal. These are some really great looking minis, and these are up for a January release. So these Mortal Kombat figures were revealed, and I'm not really sure how I feel about them. Now, for one thing, you see that these characters, they line up with the Pop figures. They have Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, Katana, and Liu Kang, and these are up for a January release. I like the designs to an extent, but I don't know why they look so stumpy though. To me, it just takes away a lot of what I think the characters, you know, represent. Like they, you know, the Mortal Kombat characters, they represent violence. They represent, you know, just like martial arts, and they represent power. And with them having this very stumpy look, to me, it just looks like they represent the Lollipop Guild. I'm not so crazy about this stumpy design that Funko ended up going with. And then it seems like these figures could end up costing from $15 to $20 each. I'm really not sure. It seems like different websites are listing them at different prices. So we'll see what happens as far as the price is concerned. But again, these are up for a January release. So One Piece fans, I did share before that these figures were on the way, and now you get an actual look at these figures here, and I'll do my best with the names. I'm probably just going to say part of the names here for the first two characters, Boa and Zoro. Then there's Frankie and Nami. I hope that I'm saying that name correctly. But yeah, you get a good look at these One Piece characters. And One Piece fans, let me know if these designs are pretty accurate to the characters within the anime, because I'm not super familiar with it, and I'm kind of curious about that, how well you think these figures really represent the characters. Okay, so again, these are up for a January release. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more to this wave. Seems like it's just going to be these 4 figures as of now. Now this is something that really made my day, because I absolutely love the movie Tommy Boy. It's just so funny. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, and I used to watch this movie over and over. In fact, I think they used to play it on HBO, and like every time it would be on, I just couldn't help it. I had to watch it, no matter whether it was at the beginning or it was like halfway through it or even near the end. I just had to stop what I was doing and check it out again, because it is such a funny movie. And Chris Farley, you know, it's good to see him as a Pop figure. Still miss him as an actor and a comedian, because, you know, he did pass away tragically young, but he is just so good in this movie. And you know, the characters of Tommy and Richard played off each other so very well in this movie. And something else that's very cool here, again, you see the characters Tommy and Richard, and these are up for a February release. And then also they have a Target exclusive, which is a reference to one of the funniest scenes in the movie, and it's the whole fat guy in the little coat thing where Tommy actually has on Richard's coat and he's dancing around, then he accidentally rips the coat. I think that is hilarious. Now there's another scene that this reminded me of too, because they're basically doing a road trip in the movie, and they stop off at motels along the way. And there's this scene, and I know I usually keep it clean on my channel, but I'm sorry, I just got to tell this part because it's so funny to me, and I know it's a little PG-13 or maybe R-rated, but I just got to say it. There's a scene where Tommy goes down to get ice. He has a bucket, he's going down to get ice, and Richard, you know, he's in the room alone, and he goes to close the curtains, and then he sees this woman getting into the pool, and this is a very attractive woman. So Richard, assuming that he's alone, decides to
What's up, Funkheads? This is Collecting Plastic coming to you with a very righteous news brief. The new wave of Teen Titans Go Pops were announced, and they are some of the most radical pops I have ever seen. They're based on how the Teen Titans look in the episodes that feature the song The Night Begins to Shine by BER. Out of all the Teen Titans Go episodes, they are my absolute favorite, especially the 4-episode special called The Day the Night Stopped Beginning to Shine and Became Dark, even though it was day. They're just really awesome. The song is so rad that it opens up a portal into this like 80s fantasy world. It's really great. It's really epic. You guys have to check it out if you haven't seen it. We're gonna get all of the Teen Titans and also CeeLo Bear. And yeah, that's CeeLo as in CeeLo Green. But I'm not sure if the box is gonna say CeeLo Bear on there or just Bear. Might be some kind of licensing issue there. There will also be a Toys R Us Flocked exclusive version. But yeah, the bear is CeeLo's alter ego in this 80s world.
The night begins to shine.
Unfortunately, there's no chases in this wave. With Funko making so many chases lately, I would have thought that this would have been the perfect opportunity to make some really great ones. Like they could have had CeeLo as a chase for the bear, Cyborg wearing the wolf, some of the other Teen Titans with their helmets. It would have been pretty cool. There's also going to be a glow-in-the-dark Toys R Us exclusive of Cyborg with him holding the battle axe, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I think all of these should have been glow-in-the-dark. It would have been really appropriate to how they're represented in the show, but at least we get one. I hope these sell really well because I would like to have pops of the actual band BER. I think they would look incredible. Also, Fallout Bot. Yeah, Fallout Boy is also in these episodes. And a pop ride of Cyborg riding that metallic Pegasus. Overall, I'm really happy with the way this wave turned out. All the Teen Titans Go Pops in the past have been painted really well and sculpted really well, so I'm pretty confident these are going to turn out really nice in person. You can really see the story in their eyes, and they're a must-have for me. These are slated to hit stores in February of 2018.
I saw you dance from the corner. I caught your name in a conversation. And she's dancing like she's never danced before. That ain't Lake Minnetonka.
Sinner. And the way he said that was so funny, and yeah, that scene was pretty amazing to me. But like I said, all together it's just a very funny movie. If you've never seen Tommy Boy, you absolutely have to check it out. So that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News. And yeah, once again there is no rumor mill, and we haven't had a rumor mill in a while, and that's because I guess so much information is getting leaked now that gets quickly confirmed right behind it. But you know, like I said, when there are rumors, of course I will share them, but I'm not gonna, I mean, it sounds funny to say this, but I'm not gonna pull things out of thin air, you know. But I mean, you know, when there are rumors that are floating around online and people are really talking about them, of course I will share them. But I'm not, you know, sometimes there just won't be that, and there's no spoilers this time either, because again, I mean, Funko did do a video focusing on one of the figures that'll be in the next Smuggler's Bounty box, but I've already shared it before, you know, and you can check out their video if you haven't seen that before. But I will say this as well, for those of you that are teens and adults, you know, well, maybe I should say just adults, because Deadpool was an R-rated movie, and you know that the sequel's on the way. If you have not seen the trailer for Deadpool 2 yet, that is definitely worth checking out. That is hilarious. And Funko actually tweeted out something in relation to it as well that was pretty funny. So yeah, Deadpool 2 is looking pretty good. I cannot wait for that movie. But yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Funko News. Definitely want to give a big shout out to my patrons. I just started up my Patreon and already, you know, my Patreon account, and already I got good support, and I really do appreciate that. So big thanks to all of my patrons, and you know, I'm gonna give them a more proper thank you in a video that's coming up that I'm really looking forward to doing, and that will be out very soon. And then, you know, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and continue to support my channel, whether it's just watching the videos or making sure that you like the videos. And if you haven't done that, please drop a like on this video. That is very much appreciated. You know, make sure you comment, give me your thoughts, you know, including about the Krampus figure and just what you're looking forward to from this video. If you are looking forward to anything, share the video. As always, I think that really helps out the community, because remember, that's what these videos are done for. And definitely subscribe if you are new and you like what you're seeing here. Of course, I'm not going to end this video without giving a big shout out to Collecting Plastic. Thank you so much for participating in this video. If you all are not familiar with his channel, please get familiar with his channel. I think he does the best Funko Pop reviews. He does a great job with that. Very thorough with it, and then he's very entertaining as well with the skits that he does using pop figures. So if you're not familiar with them, like I said, get familiar with him, and I definitely will put his link down in the description. Make sure that you do check him out. But yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of Funko News. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you all again very soon, and definitely be on the lookout for some very interesting content on the way. You all take care.